Now, another thing that I wanted to say, Rogan, is that you have a lot of guests, but they're not really your inner circle. Not all your guests are your inner circle. You know, you have great dialogue, okay, and you're teaching people a lot of things that don't normally have access to those kind of interesting people. Do you understand? And socially, that's really important. And I love to learn some new things, okay, about anything. You know, I like to explore. It's good to exercise that side of myself. But, you know, I get enough stimulus with the things that, even if it's repetitive for me, I get enough stimulus with the things that I personally am curious about that I don't need to explore Mars more. I don't need to explore quantum physics more. I'm just speaking, you know, of my own accord. I like to occasionally look into certain things, and that's important for other people. Okay, but it's not really intriguing for a person like myself. I'm at that maturity, that age where it's like I've gotten all the tools. There's nothing else to learn. Do you understand? I'm like, as far as what I do, I'm Tom Brady. Do you understand? Tom Brady is not going to become a better quarterback. He just does what he does. Do you understand? It's the season is going. It's time to go to work. Do you understand? And that's how I am. I'm not going to learn anything more. And don't give me that cliche bullshit. Of course, we all learn things every day. But not all of us learn earth-shattering things that are going to completely change our character every day. Do you understand? My character's not changing. Okay? I know what I know. And I excel at certain things. And I do what I do. Do you understand? So it's important. But just so you know, Rogan, and I know you do it for your viewers, okay? You know, it's kind of like the vibe that Pauly Shore was kind of implying to me, okay? I'm not trying to get in with your circle, okay? You're a great group of comedians. Have an incredible knack, incredible brains. The way that you can take extreme criticism and satire and turn it into an artful thing where you can make people laugh. You know, it's a genius. It's a form of genius all in itself. It's truly intriguing. Do you understand? But that doesn't mean I want to kiss your circle's ass. Do you understand? Doesn't mean I want in. Okay? So, and I'm not saying you're lame. You guys are cool people. Do you understand? But, you know, and say hi someday? Sure. But it's kind of like the vibe that Pauly Shore was trying to give me. Like, oh yeah, well come hang out with us. Do you understand? No, that's cool. You want to be part of our circle. No, I had my influence on your circle. Do you understand? And I may still occasionally, okay, and I may take some feedback. Do you understand? But be part of your circle? No. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that your circle doesn't know how to take somebody like me that seriously. And I'm not asking you to. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being comedians. Keep joking. Keep laughing. Keep being, you know, good spokespeople for our generation. Do you understand? Because, Rogan, I can't think of a better hub as far as spokespeople for our generation, for Gen X. Do you understand? There is no better hub, okay, between MMA, between sports, between popular topics, you know, the sciences, the social sciences, philosophy, okay? Right now, there is no better hub, I believe, that represents my generation, do you understand, or our generation, Gen X, okay? But does that mean I want to be part of your circle? No, it just wouldn't work. You understand? It just wouldn't work. Okay? And it's no offense. It's not in judgment. It's not in judgment. Do you understand? It's just my kind, my type. We're not weirdos. Do you understand? But we are different, and we've been different for life. Do you understand? It's from when we were younger. Okay? Occasionally, I meet male or female within my age group, a little bit older, a little bit younger, you know, that really has a similar mind to myself. Do you understand? And so part of part of how I wanted to be in society is I wanted to be palatable on purpose. I wanted people to be comfortable enough to go, this is a regular guy. Do you understand? And it's kind of like George W. It's what I explain about George W. or even President Trump. They carry themselves like regular people. Do you understand? President Trump is a guy where you're like, you know, and that's Trump as opposed to Obama. Obama, you're like, well, this is a very smart guy on the surface and below the surface. Do you understand? Here's a lawyer. Here's a guy that's, you know, very, very sharp, and he just keeps trucking, and he doesn't get stressed out. Do you understand? Now, Trump doesn't carry himself that way, okay? He has his moves, but he carries himself like, I'm just a regular guy, do you understand? And that's because of the construction industry. Even though it's big construction, it's still construction, real estate industry, you know, New York, that's how he carries himself, do you understand? So you look at somebody like Trump, you're like, I can tell this guy to fuck off, and, you know, because he's just some regular dude who got lucky. Do you understand? It's like George W. Okay? George W. is just, I've explained this to all of you. He's a very personable guy, but he's sharp as a razor. Do you understand? You know, as far as political analysis and, you know, I don't care what. George W. is the guy that you really, like 9 people out of 10 would be like, he's just a laid-back guy. Do you understand? Okay? Or you may curse him out. You may, you know, whatever. You may disrespect the guy. You understand? You may disparage him. You may look at him in disparagement. Do you understand? But that one person, he's more slim than that. You know? I'd say 5 out of 100. You understand? You know? Or less than that are going to go. Those few are going to go, you know what? You better watch out for this dude because he's sharp behind closed doors. He's sharp with his contacts. He's sharp because people like him and want to do this guy favors. Do you understand? That's where his power lies. And when he wants to be fierce, when we've seen George W. come out full force, like when he's clearly let Bill Clinton know that he dislikes him, okay? He's full on. You understand? But other than that, he uses that power to try to get people to feel comfortable. Do you understand? I'm another one. I chose to carry myself like regular dude, to interact with others in society the way I do. Do you understand? I'm not going to be, you know, on the surface extroverted geek, even though it's geek in here. Do you understand? Even though it's geek in here. Okay? I know it's tough for some of you to understand because a lot of you, what's on the inside is on the outside and you express yourself. You understand? And that's how you are. Okay? I learned from a young age, I can't express exactly who I am, you know, 24/7. You understand? It's kind of like if you were at a party, think of one of your favorite hip-hop artists. You know, think of one of your favorite rappers or musicians, just in general. Okay? If you were to hang out with them backstage, you know, and they were to just talk music and studio stuff, you know, then they would be, you know, expressing the best of themselves, but it wouldn't be very fun to a lot of you. You understand? But what can a lot of musicians do? You know, a lot of musicians who are multi-dimensional people, they're not going to talk music with you. They're just going to have a good time. Do you understand? Some of them are very personable. Okay? So everybody's different. Okay? I'm not unlike the musician or the, you know, but I'm not really an entertainer either. Do you understand? I can be laid back or I can be a prick. Do you understand? And when it's appropriate, I can geek out with another person who's intellectual. Do you understand? But the package that I come in, as far as how I carry myself, this is how I carry myself so people are comfortable. You understand? Not comfortable enough. You know, comfortable enough to poke, but not comfortable enough to, you know, blatantly be disrespectful. Comfortable enough to be curious. And that's what I aimed for. Do you understand? And so that's a win for me. You understand? That's a win for me. Because if you're comfortable enough to poke at me and I can fire back and get a result, you understand? And that's exactly what I intended. Okay?